Hey, Lucinda. Happy Friday. Hey, VT and everyone in the chat. Happy Friday. Yes, yes, yes. Have a blessed and beautiful day. Yes, everybody. I hope you're having a blessed and beautiful day wherever you are. It's pretty here today. It's a little windy, but it doesn't feel like winter. It feels like fall. It feels good. You get off early today, Lucinda? Are you getting off early or are you putting in the whole shift? I hope you had a good week. I hope everybody's had a good work week. It's the weekend, y'all. It's the weekend. It's the weekend, and it's time to kick back and relax, have some fun, enjoy family, do whatever you want to do to relax yourself, relax your mind, get rejuvenated, rejuvenate yourself, spoil yourself. I'm just sitting outside, enjoying this cool breeze. Hey, Captain Spikey, what's up, Spikey? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Spikey? You ready for the weekend? Did you come in the chat yesterday, Spikey? I think I remember in the chat yesterday we talked about your birthday. Are you all set and ready, Spikey? I wonder where old Henny Hen and Tennessee Michelle, where they at? Y'all come on into this live. No, work, work, work. Oh, Spikey. So you work all weekend? That means you're most likely off Monday, right? Are you off Monday? I saw Vicky live earlier. Did y'all check out Vicky's live? I think her daughter was driving. And she was headed to an appointment, I think. So Spike, do you catch the bus to work or do you catch the train? Or you're off Tuesday and you're doing overtime on Thursday? What, Spikey, they got you to do overtime? Spikey doing that overtime, y'all. They got Spikey to do overtime. That's good, Spikey. More money. More work, more money. That's a good thing. I'm gonna ask. I took my birthday off. Oh, so you hadn't gotten it verified yet, Spikey? Well, anytime you want to work overtime, most jobs don't care. They let you. They give it to you. Y'all excuse my motorcycle rider. He having fun out here in this pretty weather. So I said, I'm gonna ask. I took my birthday off. I'm the best one there, as in cleaning. Really spiky. So the other ones don't like to clean up, or they don't know how to clean up. A lot of times people don't know how to clean. You know what? Sometimes they don't know how to clean up, and sometimes they act like they don't know how to clean up because they don't want to clean up. If you're the best one there, Spiky, then they need to be giving you especially when it comes to cleaning, because I don't like to clean up anybody else's stuff. So if you're the best one there, they need to be giving you some extra time off, or they need to be giving you some type of appreciation for that. Because I promise you, people don't like to clean up. Spiky says she's the best one there. So if I call their Spiky and ask them who's the best employee, they're gonna say Spiky. You're gonna okay. Spiky says I'll show a picture tonight. Spiky. I kicked myself out of the live. Spiky says I'll show a picture tonight. My government name. What's your government name, Spiky? Well, you don't have to say it. You don't have to say. You might not want nobody to know it. Don't show a picture with your government name, Spiky. Show us a picture of your place of work. Let us see how well you cleaned up. Hey Frank. Hey Frank G. Welcome to the live. VT Frank says, hey VT in chat. Frank, were you in the live yesterday? I had a live yesterday. I think I missed you. Spiky, you had a stalker? Really? Yeah, don't show it. Don't show your government name, Spiky. I know, right, Frank? Spiky says, hey Frank. Spiky says she had a stalker. That's why I was like, don't put your name on here then. That's crazy. Did you know him, Spiky, or was it an ex, or just some random person? Okay, Frank, that's fine. Welcome to the live today. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss you. I didn't remember speaking to you yesterday. You have to be careful. Yeah. I'll see this guy walking his dog. And he looks like he looks like a little bitty. He looks like a puppy, but I really think it's a dog. And my neighbor's cat is looking down from the top of the car like, don't even try it. Don't even try it. You can't trust everybody on social media. Nope. Spiky says it was the ex, Spiky. Oh my gosh. The ex. That's too much. That's too much. I call her stalker. This was 5 years ago. Laugh out loud. Well, if she was stalking you, Spiky, she was stalking you. You know the definition. Frank says ex are trouble. Yeah, some ex can be trouble. Some exes, they don't know how to stop. They don't know how to let it go. They don't. They can be trouble. Trouble that you don't want. Trouble that you don't need. Sure can. It's good when you can be friends with your ex, though. So how many are you friend? Are y'all friends with any of your exes? Frank, look at Spiky. Look at Spiky. Spiky says that's the mojo I got. Spiky, I don't know. I can't even say nothing. Frank, what we gonna do with her? What we gonna do with Spiky? Frank says that is why I have no exes in my life. Oh, Frank. No, no. Spiky is something else. Spiky probably left that lady, left her high and dry. Frank, you did say you didn't have, but we gotta find Frank a special person. Frank was like, no, sir, no, ma'am. He don't need it. It's Spiky. Spiky. You got 5 exes. Spike, Spiky, stop it. Frank says being friends with exes means one y'all will get back together. You think so, Frank? Hey, y'all, I just came on here to speak. Frank, you think so? I'm friends with my ex. We don't. It took his girlfriend a long time to trust that we were just exes, but we're like sister and brother for real. Frank says, I believe it. Really? Yeah, we're like, now of course we went through the same old stuff that our exes go through initially when you're the breakup is fresh. But it's been years now. Spiky says, not with me, all of them hate me. With a past. Spiky, what did you do to those people? Why do they hate you with a passion? What did you do? Spiky, you were a bad girl. Because all of your exes should not hate you. I bet you they don't, Spiky. I bet they don't. Hey, Frank, do you know anything about plants? I know. I already know Spiky going to tell me something wild and crazy. Exes want to be friends with you just to stay in the picture if you get with another person. Yeah, that can be true. That can be true. A lot of them are that way. But a little bit. Okay. Let me see if I can show this. I'm gonna post them. Trying to figure out what this is. What's this, Frank? Do you know what this is? Probably can't see it. I'm trying to. It's some type of lily or something, they said. I think, is that a water lily? I think that's what I was told. Frank says, especially the crazy exes. Yeah, yeah. See, now if they're crazy, that's a whole different story. Yeah. You can't, you have to let them go. You know, if you don't want any issues, you have to let them go. But fortunately, my exes haven't been crazy. Sorry about that. I had to turn this water off and get this dirt off my hand because I was also putting some soil in my plants. Spiky says, needless to say, I used to be that controlling type. I got healed. What healed you, Spiky, from being controlling? You think so? You mean you think that's a water lily, Frank? Or you just saying you think they're crazy? I think you mean that's a water lily. So Spiky, you were controlling? Spiky, you were a controlling ex. Spiky, look, you can't be controlling now. You want your relationship to work. You want it to work. It can't work if you're a control person. If you're controlling, Spiky. Spiky probably says she don't care if she want what she want, when she want it, how she want it. That's her. That's Spiky, y'all. That is Spiky. Can't tell her. You can't tell her anything. She is going to do what she wants to do. So what you got planned for this weekend, Frank? That's all we were talking about yesterday. Everybody's plans for the weekend. You're just going to sit back and relax. I know the Super Bowl. I know you're watching the Super Bowl. Frank says controlling is not good, Spiky. And he's right. Controlling relationships, being controlling will cost your relationship quick. It will cost you a relationship quickly. Nothing, just chilling. But you are watching the Super Bowl. Or neither of those teams are your team, right? I'm waiting to see what food we're going to have. Spiky says, I used to be, not now. The last one was controlling me. Spiky, the last one controlled you? Is that what healed you from being controlling, Spiky? From being a controlling mate? You didn't like how it felt? Nobody wants to be controlled. Them zodiac signs. What sign was your ex, Spiky? Which sign? You're hold on. What are you, Spiky? A Pisces? No, you're not quite. Are you an Aquarius? Yeah, I don't know these signs worth a flip as far as the month goes. I just know most of August is Leo, into from late July to August. Most of is Cancer. November Scorpio, December Sagittarius. Frank says, I'm not for neither one, but I will still watch the Super Bowl and predict it. Okay. When are you making your prediction, Frank? Did I ask you that already? About when you're going to make your prediction? She was a Scorpio, Spiky. Oh, okay. Hey, family Mackie bro, what's up? Welcome to the live. Hey, did I miss your live? I looked. Did you have a live today or did you upload a video? Because when I went to check for it, it was gone. I think you uploaded a video and I missed it. Why you take it down, Mackie? Were you cutting up? BT says what it do. Nothing much, Mackie. Just sitting here seeing what y'all got going on this fantastic Friday. This fantastic Friday voyage from work. Frank says Sunday before the game. Okay, Frank, you're making your prediction Sunday before the game. Okay. I missed it. What? See, I didn't, by the time I looked at it, but I've been at work most of the day. So that's probably why I missed it. Because I didn't look when I saw the notification. I couldn't look at the time because I was doing something at work. But when I went back, it wasn't there. So did you do a full, like a long live? Are you gonna make it so we can see it? Well, it said it had been removed, so Did you private it? Okay, don't forget I go live on Sunday crawfish. Okay, okay. Spiker said she had the Rams. You didn't private it? It said it had been removed, so I didn't know. Frank says because I have no clue who I'm picking. You have no clue who you picking? Okay. It got deleted? Really? Was it another live as far as Black History Month, Frank? I mean, not Frankie, Family Mackey. Was it another Black History Month live? Because I was trying to catch that. I was hoping I would be off work when you did it again. Hey, Mackey, you seen Peanuts live? He called you out about the crawfish, bro. Oh, okay, okay. Maggie, Peanut said he's the king of crawfish. Wink, wink. He said somebody else. He said he was the king of crawfish. Look at me being messy. Maggie said, "Yeah, I know. I got him on Sunday. On Sunday. So you knew anyway. So don't be mad, Peanut, because I had to let bro know what you said. Now I had to see what you was about. I had to see what you was coming with. I think Mackie coming with it for Sunday." Frankie says, "I want to pick the Rams, but the Bengals quarterback makes me question the game." Ooh, that Joe Burrows, he's something else. I can't stand him, but he's something else. I don't know why I can't stand him because he beat us in college, but he is good. He's good. Can't be the king. Got to cook it and edit it all the time. He said he knew about that crawfish, bro. Peanut said he was the man to call for the crawfish. I was like, I don't know about that now. I don't know about that, Peanut. I saw Mackie wait in line to get his crawfish. I seen my and eat it all the time. Now you do that, you got him. Oh, okay, can't be the king. Got to cook it and eat it all the time. I think you win that one, Mackie. I think you got king of crawfish hands down. We're gonna see what Peanut gonna say about it later though. So what y'all doing until the Super Bowl? What y'all doing tonight? I know Henny says that he may go live tonight. Renrock said that he's doing a live music video soon. Frank says that's why I'm holding back on this game till Sunday. I don't know anything about them for real. How is the Rams quarterback good or nah? I did feel bad for Burrows when he was his rookie year. He got that injury, but hey, he's been back and he's been on it. Hey, Lucinda. Lucinda says, "Hey, BT, Frank G, Spiky. Hey, happy Friday." Yep, Mackie. I don't think anybody beats you with the crawfish thing, especially eating them all the time because you love them. Should you make me want to go get some? Spiky says, "Hey, Lucinda." Spiky, their profile is something else. Yep, y'all just got off early, came on home, and so let me do a live. Got to do these lives. The subscribers come so slowly, but the lives, at least you can get you some time in. Frank says off and on with the Rams quarterback because he comes from the Lions. Uh-oh. I thought that's what I heard. I heard that he wasn't a great quarterback, which you don't have to be. You don't have to be a great quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Frank says, is that a group, Frankie? I've heard that fresh from Suicide Squad. Is that a music group? Frank says, "Hey, Lucinda." Cinda says, my son went to the LA Rams and 49ers game, but my Niners lost. But it's okay. Los Angeles Rams are still a California team. Yep, yep. But yeah, Frank, I heard that about the quarterback that I know he's no Joe Burrows. So I'm thinking I'm leaning towards the Bengals because of Joe Burrows. Because he's a great I think he's going to be a great QB, even though I don't really like him. It's a movie, Spikey. See, Spikey, I don't watch movies a lot. Frank says yes. Yeah, I think Joe Burrows is going to be a great QB. And not even knowing much about the Bengals, I knew that they got a great QB when they got him. Or I know he had the potential to be great, and he's showing that he's starting off on the right foot. So I'm kind of leaning towards them because of Joe. Lucinda says she loves movies. So have you seen Suicide Squad, Lucinda? I love certain movies. Um, but I don't know why I'm not big into movies. Now I watch Lifetime all day. If I'm in the mood, I can watch Lifetime all day or something like that. Lifetime Movie Network. But as far as like cinema, like just big time, it's got to be something that I know is going to be pretty good. But there have been some movies that I like that, they weren't mega big box office money making cash cows, but they were good. Spikey says go see Jackass. I don't think I like Jackass, Spikey. Well, I did like some of the TV episodes, but as a movie, I didn't know until you told us the other night that Jackass had like so many movies. Yeah, this thing just kicked me out. Can y'all still hear me? The heck? What in the world? Can y'all hear me? It kicked me out. What the heck? Jackass Forever was funny. Yeah, it just went to a white screen. Okay, y'all can hear me. I saw when I cammed up, it seemed like it was working okay, but I don't know why I just blanked out like that. Lucinda says I love Lifetime Movie Network movies. The Lifetime Movie Network movie network. What wasn't isn't that it? Lifetime Movie Network. You like those movies? Yeah, I like theirs and Lifetime. Sometimes I go back and forth between the two. Okay, thanks. I don't know what happened. My screen just went white and went to something totally different. Frank says, honestly, I only watch Lifetime movie on Fridays. Yes, though, that's the best time, Frank. That's the best time to watch the movies. I watch them on the weekends too, but Fridays they have really good movies on. Spiky says she likes the hood movies, y'all. You like the hood movies, Spiky? Some of the hood movies are good. Yep, on Fridays they have the great. When do they do the premieres? Do they do most of their premieres on Tuesday or Friday? Is it two? See, I don't know if Fridays are reruns or what, but I know well, a long time ago there was a particular day out of the week that they would do premieres. I thought it was on Tuesdays. Yeah, Listen, the Claus ended. It ended good, but I still hated to see it leave. I knew Desna would be back with her roller, which I wish he could have come though. I wish they could have gotten him back. He must have parted ways on a bad note. But unless he's in something else or he's busy, sometimes people are in these shows and they're in two or three other shows, and I never even know it until like after the fact. or until I look him up or something. Maybe he's doing something else, but I wish he could have been in the last episode. The episode before the last one was funny when to see Uncle Daddy with with his wife and his and his side piece. Frank says, I am Ravens fan. You're a Ravens fan, but I am possibly picking the Bengals to win. I still have to think about it. Okay, okay. I get it. I understand. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard to pick between two good teams, especially one when one has been kind of up and down, because that team that's kind of up and down can sneak in there and win it all. But Joe Burrows, I think he's the key. I think he's key to their win, to Cincinnati winning. You know, and he may not be. They may have an overall great team because I really haven't watched. I don't watch the NFL like I used to in the past. Spiky says next year the Chicago Bears. You think so, Spiky? The Chicago Bears, when have they had they've had some pretty decent teams haven't over the past few years, haven't they? Nothing like back in the 80s. I heard they were just ooh, they were a really good team then. You know, I don't know if they've won any Super Bowls. See, I don't keep up that much, but you hear about who's great and who's not. Hey, Vicky, welcome to the live. Vicky says, good evening, everyone. Frank says, yes, and the Bengals are in the same division as the Ravens. Oh, okay, okay. So are you kind of leaning towards the Bengals then, since y'all are in the same division? Lucinda says, Spiky, check out All of Us Are Dead on Netflix. You may like it. Spiky says, they ain't won in my lifetime. Spiky. Spiky says, hey, Vicky. Frank G says, Spiky will not be surprised after this year. You think, okay, you think they're going to, y'all think the Chicago Bears are trending upward? Y'all think they're going to be good? I guess Dallas has always been so-called America's team, but I think at one point Chicago was America's team, wasn't it? Frank says, yes, VT, and that is scary. Yeah. Wasn't Chicago America's team at one point, kind of, sort of? Hey, Frank G, do you know Eddie Jackson? Does he still play for Chicago? Spiker says, Frank, it would be nice. They are like the only team I haven't seen one in Chicago. Oh, okay, okay. Lucinda says, VT, check out Inventing Anna. It's based on a true story on Netflix. It's the girl from Ozark playing the lead role. Inventing Anna. Now, is that drama? Is that horror? Well, is that a series? Lucinda says, hey, Vicky, and welcome. Yes, welcome, 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 Vicky. Vicky did a live today. Also, guys, go check it out. Go check it out. Is your live still up on Vicky? Vicky did a live when she was in the car headed to an appointment with her daughter. Y'all check that out. I think Rock Just Living was in the live. Peanut and Henny. Drama suspense. Okay, I'll check that out. Let me see. What is it again? Inventing Anna. Okay. Frank G says, if the Bengals can get Super Bowl, it could happen. Yeah, they were 4-12 last year. Chicago was, wait a minute, who was 4-12? The Bengals? Frank says, hey, Vicky. Yeah, Vicky did a live earlier, y'all. Check that live out. So Frank was it the Bengals or was it they were 4-12 last year and they are in the Super Bowl, or was it Chicago who was 4-12? See, it says somebody was 4-12. I'm trying to figure out if it was The Bengals were 4-12. So who was the QB? Because Burrows got injured early in the season, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken, like I said, I don't follow it closely anymore, but he's from the SEC. Well, he left the Big Ten, came to the SEC, so I kind of keep up with Joe a little bit. So I thought he got injured and it would take like a year. So did he start the season? When did he get injured? I know it was been within the past year or two that he got injured. He was off for a while, recuperating, rehabbing after his surgery, and he came back. So not Frankie, Spiky, do you know any of the Chicago Bears players? Or do you just like the team and just kind of follow to see if they win or lose? The Bengals were in the bottom of the division. Wow, no, they were 4-12. Vicky says, "Hey, Frank." 4-12. Oh my God, that's like four is like a third of that. Oh goodness. So they were only winning like 25% of their. Wow. And now they're in the Super Bowl. Did they make a lot of changes, Frank? Frank says he saw that show, Lucinda, that Inventing Anna. He said that he saw that. Did you enjoy it, Frank? Lucinda says it's drama and suspense. I bet it's good. I bet that's really good. I like drama. I like suspense, and I like horror movies. Lucinda says which show? It was the Inventing Anna, I think. Lucinda. He says it was good. Yeah, it was Anna. So yeah, I'll try that out. I'll check that out and see what it's about. It's on Netflix. Okay. I have Netflix and I barely watch it. The only look, I wait for the circle to come back. That's all I wait for on Netflix. My daughter laughs at me because I'm always asking, when is the circle coming back? Is the circle back yet? Has the circle come back? Spiker says that all of us are. What, Spiky? What? Wait a minute. Is that a show, Spiky? Oh, ooh, rebuke that. No, no. Is that a show? Probably some type of is it something similar to Walking Dead or some type of suspense? It is. Is it? It's on Netflix. I need to start paying more attention to Netflix. Netflix got it going on. I hear Netflix, Hulu, and what's another one? There was a third one I heard about. That was a good. That was good streaming. Uh, Another streaming service that has great shows. Netflix, Hulu. Somebody in here has it. Frank, what else do you have? Frank says I'm binge watching The Oval on Amazon Prime Video right now. Okay, I did watch Kings of Napa, and it is good. So I've caught up with that. So I'm going to wait until Tuesday to watch it. Lucinda says, Frank G, yes, I like stories based off true stories. Yeah, yeah, I do too. Frankie says, but I got finished watching Queens on Hulu. Queens on Hulu. Now that's a good show. Queens on Hulu. Okay. Oh, I hit the wrong. Queens on Hulu. What's the service? Something starts with an S. I can't think of. We talked about it. I think not last night, but maybe over the weekend we were talking about streaming services, and there was one that starts with an S that somebody has. think it was one of the other ladies. Frank says, right, me too, Lucinda. Yeah, those are the best. Those are usually the most interesting stories, the ones based off of true life stories. Eve, Brandy, and that girl from what? What is that, Spiky? In it. Eve, Brandy, and that girl. Queens. Okay, okay. I've seen um I've seen clips of that. I think I know what you're talking about now. I've seen clips of that. Did Eve just have a baby? Queens has Brandy on it right now. 3LW. What's 3LW? Lucinda says we have Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon Prime. I wish they would just combine all of the streaming services. I know, right? I prefer my Xfinity DVR. I just love cable. You do, Lucinda? You love cable? So many people have gotten so frustrated and tired of it. I hear so many people saying that they let it go. They let cable go. Now I do like the Xfinity I do like on demand. I like Xfinity on demand. And I like the DVR as well. I just don't like the rest of cable. It seems like it's just not, if it's not the sports channels, it's just the same old thing. Oh, Frank says Eve got killed off the show. Okay, okay. Lucinda says Brandy, Eve, and Notoria. Is that Notoria from Power? See, I never watched Power, so I don't know her. But those are the three ladies. Okay. Spiker says the girl who played Lil Kim on Notorious. Okay, okay. I know her. Okay. Lucinda says I will never give up my cable and internet. Xfinity is the best. Really, Lucinda? Geez, everybody else out here, they get so tired of Xfinity. And I still have it, but I'm tired of it too. It's like I like the on demand, I love the DVR, and I love the internet. I'm possibly going to just keep the internet. I don't know. Let's get rid of the cable. Eve is not on Queen. Okay. Brandy, Eve. Oh, up here, Frank says Eve got killed off. So who is it now? Is it just the two ladies now, Frank? Is it just I think I saw a clip, something with Brandy in it. And Spiker says there's another girl, she's Hispanic or something. Oh, okay. Lucinda says, I don't know about everyone else, but in California, if you work from home, best have Xfinity cable and Wi-Fi. I see a lot of people only keep it for that cable too. I know that's the only reason I still got it, to be honest. Most of my other friends, they just if they did, they say they keep it for the cable, but they're just really tired of the I mean not the cable, they keep it for the internet, but the cable sucks. I agree with them about the cable. Brandy, the girl from Power. Okay. Shit, I forgot what the name of I forgot which show we were talking about. We've been talking about the ladies, the three ladies for so long. Let me see. Queens. Okay. Frank, I forgot the name. I forgot we were talking about Queens. I forgot the name of the show. Yeah, I thought Eve just had a baby. Eve, what, 45? She good. She good. Shit, Janet had hers at 50. Eve at 45. It's plenty of women that have had babies in their mid 40s and still are to this day. Brigitte, what's her name? Brigitte Nielsen had one at 51. So yeah, I don't know how. I don't even want to know how. Because if they had it, it was natural to me. If they if they had it, it's theirs. They had it. Queens. Okay, Spiky said, I'm trying to convince my parents to give that cable up. I know, Spiky, I know. I'm so tired of it. I just, it's just one of those things with me where I'm so used to having it till I complain about it and I say I'm going to get rid of it. I'm just going to keep their internet. And next thing you know, I'm getting a bill and I'm like, dang it, I was going to get rid of that. I plan to get rid of that cable. I don't know. You know how sometimes you just get so used to something being there and you're frustrated with them, but you're used to having them, so you don't make it a top priority to get rid of them. Hey, Rock Just Living, welcome to the live, sis. Welcome to the live. Rock says, hey, VT in chat. Frank said that Eve got killed off of Queens this year. Oh, okay. Lucinda says, Spiky, your parents not giving up cable. Should they probably get a discount? Spiky says, hey, Rock. Frank speaking to Rock. Everybody speaking to Rock. Yes, hey, Rock, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Rock, tell Peanut I had to tell Mackie what he said about being the crawfish king. Tell him I was being a little messy. Hey, Jill's Comfort Zone, sis. Welcome to the live. Jill says, hey, VT and everyone in the chat at work listening, but can't type in the chat. Okay, sis, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Thanks for stopping in and hollering at us. Hope you're having a great day at work. Frank says, I have the Xfinity Flex box. Okay. Lucinda says, hey, Jill's Comfort Zone. Frank speaking to Jill. Lucinda says, oh, Spiky says, not Lucinda. They don't, unfortunately. Spiky says her parents are bougie and stubborn. Spiky, stop. They may not be old enough for the discount. Spiky kind of young. Spiky, how old are you? 30, 31? Spiky says, hey, Jill. How old do you have to be to get the discount? Spiky's parents probably in their early 50s. You probably got to be 65 for them to give the discount. I don't know, but they bougie too, Spiky. They be tripping. But I still got them. I said, I'm going to keep the internet, but I don't know about that cable. Rock, are you on the way home from work? Are you still at work? Spiky says, I don't know, but they live somewhere nice, needless to say. What, Spiky? So because they live somewhere nice, they're bougie. Oh, Lord. That doesn't mean they're Spiky. That means they live somewhere nice. Frank says the Xfinity Flex box, I don't really have to pay for it. All I pay is the internet. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's good, Frank. That's a good deal. So you don't have cable. You have the Xfinity Flex box, but you let the cable go. You just have the internet. Spiky says, yes, left my ass off bougie. Who goes to Mariano's every day? Because they can, Spiky. Because they can. Okay, Rock. I hope you've been having a great day. I hope you continue to have a great day at work. It's Friday, Rock. The weekend is here. I got off early. What'd you say, Spiky? Send help. Lucinda says they have discount for seniors, college students, and low income. Okay. I have the Red Zone Unlimited Sports and Channels package because my son loves sports and I love the other cable channels. Oh, you're on call, Rock? Ooh, okay. Hey, that's the next best thing to being off. Well, I don't know. I hate it. Sometimes I like being on call, sometimes not, because right when I get to doing, it'll be just fine. Smooth sailing. Everything is quiet. Everything is fine. And no sooner than I get into doing something I really want to do, the phone rings. And I'm like, I've been on call all day and y'all just decide to ring this phone. Cindy says she watches Stars and HBO, all of the premium channels all the time. Frank says I can get it back anytime I want to. Oh, okay, okay, you can get it back the cable anytime. Yeah, but hey, you're enjoying. You didn't like the cable, so that's a good thing because that's definitely what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of the cable and just keep their internet services because the internet is really good. I love the internet services. What about the was it who is it? AT&T or somebody like that? Uverse, something like that. How's that? How are their services? I'm working. I just got off a conference call. My next Zoom call is in 30 minutes. Oh, okay. Are you getting off early today, Lucinda? Phone call, WebEx. Oh, okay, okay. I got off early. Frank, I mean, not Frank. Spikey says she's working all weekend. So, Spikey, are you at work now? Well, Lucinda says, Frank G, they have a special based on income since the pandemic. My daughter pays $29 for cable and Wi-Fi. That's great. That's good. Oh, that's right, Spikey. I forgot how early it is. It's just so you don't go in until this evening, like early evening, and what you get off, Spikey, like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. I forgot, Spikey, you work at night. Be careful, be careful, be careful, Spikey. Do you catch the train, Spikey, or the bus? Lucinda says Spikey working nights is the best. Night differential. Yeah, they have a differential in pay. Spikey says I can't do days if I allow because of you can't do days because of partying, Spikey. Spikey, you're getting too old to be doing all this partying now. Lucinda says it's 12:25 where she is. 12:25 p.m. Yeah, it's so early out there. Well, not so early, but compared to out here, it's Eastern time. Then I go on Central time sometimes, just depending on where I am. Frank says he never knew that, Lucinda. That's good to know. See, y'all, we come over here to find out some stuff. Help each other out. Spikey says I'm gonna be in the club with a wheelchair. That'll be good, Spikey. That'll be good. Go up in there with your wheelchair and jam on. Spikey, do you still clubbing? Hey, if you are, just club on and be safe, girl. Be safe. Hey, Annie, welcome to the live. Annie says, hey, VT, Mods, and chat. Welcome to the live, Annie. Happy, fantastic Friday. Happy, fabulous Friday. We having a fabulous Friday in here. We just chit-chatting, shooting the breeze. Frank. Spike is too much. Lord, Spikey talking about she gonna be in the club in a wheelchair. Spikey, you have done a lot, Miss 30-year-old lady. Spikey says she used to be controlling in her relationships. She's learned to do better. Okay, good for Spikey. She's a club person. She's gonna be clubbing all until she's 100 years old. She'll be up in the club in her wheelchair. We can't do nothing with Spikey. We can't do nothing with her. Frank says, hey, Annie. Lucinda says you live in an Xfinity area. You have access to the low income program. In-home Wi-Fi for $9.95 plus tax. You have to access the Xfinity Wi-Fi. You also have access to Xfinity Wi-Fi. Spiky says, I go to bars. Laugh out loud. It's lit in Chicago. I know it is, Spiky. I know. Happy Fabulous Friday, everyone. Annie says, Happy Fabulous Friday, everyone. Yes, we're on a fantastic voyage home from work. And if you're not home from work, you're almost off. I hope. Except Lucinda, it's 12 noon. It's 12:30 noon there in Cali. Frank is saying, oh, okay to Lucinda. Annie says, hey, Frank. Spiky says, hey, Annie. Lucinda dropped the link for Frank. Frank, do you want cable? I don't think he has. I think he has the internet. He has Xfinity internet, but he doesn't want the cable. But I don't know, Frank. You may want it with this discount. Lucinda dropped the link. internetessentials.com, www.internetessentials.com. Annie says, hey, Spiky. Annie, Spiky is in here cutting up talking about she be at the bars. She in Chicago. I guess we can't help it. We got to let her do her thing. So, Spiky, you be all in the bars in Chicago? When I come to Chicago, don't forget, Spiky, I'm calling you. Spiky, you talking about your parents' bougie. Don't you be having me at the Wild and Crazy bar. We're going to the bar, and I don't want to go to no Wild and Crazy bar. We're going to the bar. We're going to the bougie bar, Spiky. Can we go to the bougie bar? Spiky, can we go to the bougie bar? Okay, he says he saw it. Spiky says, well, I was at home until 24 and spoiled. I never did nothing but be on the computer. Laugh out loud. So you were on the computer all the time, Spiky, so now you're a wild gal. Well, that's how it is sometimes, Spiky. If you're at home all the time when you're growing up, when you become a young adult, you get out there and you get at it. Frank says, that's interesting, Lucinda. Annie says, working from home today, I'm going to log off at 5:30, 2 hours to go. Yes, Annie, 2 hours to go. See, if you're not on the voyage on the way home, you're on the voyage to clocking out. So, Spiky, you've only been out about 6 or 7 years. You left home at 24. Yeah, he saw the Frank saw the link. Frank, you think that's going to entice you to get the cable back? I don't think so. I think well, y'all, who was that yesterday that told us that Snoop bought Death Row? That was Peanut told us. Peanut, yeah. So I guess that's a done deal. We're going to see what Snoop got to offer. And as soon as that came out, some other news came out that I'm not going to even address because I don't know what that's about yet. I have Hulu Live TV. Okay. Hulu Live TV. Spike, yeah, you know he ain't gonna never stop doing that. And of course, he's supposed to perform at the Super Bowl, and then some breaking news happened. So you know how that is. I don't know if he's still going to be performing. Spike says Hulu Live is enough. So does Hulu Live have like live news as well? Yeah, Frank, I hate that. It's like, oh, like really? As soon as you hear the good news of him purchasing Death Row, he's fall, and then that came out. So I'm not going to even talk about it because I really, 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 really hope it's not true. I totally hope it's not true because I love Snoop. I hope it's not true, but I just saw it yesterday, so I don't know what they're going to do as far as the Super Bowl goes. They can't do anything about him with the death row situation because that's his company now. He bought it, but you don't want to hear bad situations attached to people who are trying to do good. I hope he didn't do it. If he did it, then he's got to, you know, he's got to do, I guess, whatever the penalty is for what he's got to pay that penalty. But I hope not. I hope it's not true. Francis, it's basically like cable, but more reasonable prices. Oh, okay. Okay. Because Hulu it's only like what, is it like 14 a month? Is it like some 14, 9.99, or is 14.99 or 9.99, something like that? Netflix and Hulu, they aren't really expensive. I think that's why so many people did just decide to drop cable. And sometimes people are working, and things like that. They don't have time to pay for cable because cable, packages are not. It's ridiculous sometimes. And then it's a good thing they have the program that Lucinda was talking about. But my thing is like, okay, how long are you going to keep that? Because I know they started the program during the pandemic, and everybody's trying to get back to normal, and everybody's charging you out the who's out for any and everything. Hulu Live TV, I pay $76 with Xfinity. I was paying over 200. Wow. Yeah, see, that's what I hear about them. They just go up, and I'm thinking, okay, with inflation going up as far as everything else, and they did because when I looked at my bill the other day, there was an increase. I'm like, so y'all did all this complaining, all this whining about increasing the minimum wage, which for some people it still did not increase, but jobs did choose to pay more, and you just basically just took the $3 or $4 extra that they decided to pay. Boy, America, 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 America. I'm talking about food, utilities. People are right back where they started. And that's the whole idea of it. I understand inflation completely. My microeconomics, micro and macroeconomics, and all my other classes taught me well. But America is America. And as soon as people got these raises, all of a sudden, everything skyrocketed. They were talking about it today on the news. Yeah, $15 isn't enough, right, Spike? And they cried about that, whined and cried about that. And the very ones who can increase it are sitting up there, and we're paying their salaries. Half of their salaries, they're on vacation. I mean, half the time they're on vacation, paying for their salaries, and we're paying for their insurance and all that. And it says I pay $235 for the triple play, cable, internet, and phone. I have some much channels that I do not. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You have so many channels that you don't watch them. Yeah, Annie, and that's my thing with them. It's like some of the channels I can count the channels that I watch, and they sell themselves on. Oh, we have 200 and so and so channels. We have. I saw a friend of mine. She got a package that had like 160 the other day. She downgraded or something. Oh, but we still have 160, and I'm like, yeah, and like 100 of them at least she doesn't watch them. I only watch maybe 10 channels. 10. I only watch like 10 channels. Frank says, wow, yes, it's ridiculous. It's too expensive. And then they go up. Frank says, I refuse to pay over $200 for cable. I know that's right for anything. I got friends that sometimes they send you links to things like stuff that you have to pay cable for, like these boxing matches and all this kind of stuff. Depending on their job and where they are, they get links to those things. And I get those links and I watch it. If it's something like that that comes around every so often, like a boxing match that everybody wants to see, sporting events. Yeah, it's just too much. It really is too much. And they've really monopolized some areas. So they can do that. Spikey says that's too much too. Yeah, it is. It is because you could probably get cable for maybe what, $40 under 50 and get like 3 streaming services and still be under $100. Frank says they tried to talk you into stuff too. They sure do try to talk you into getting all that stuff. And then what I've learned over the years, from the time I moved out of the house with my parents, what I learned is that what cable does, just about every time they talk you into buying something, it's always temporary. You get it, and it's always only like a year or 2-year deal. And then you automatically go up to whatever just regular set rates are. And then they start calling you maybe 2 or 3 months ahead of time saying, well, we've got this package as well, and this, and that, and the other. So you quickly learn that anytime they're offering you something good, it's only going to last maybe a year or two agreement. And then they're right back on the flat rate or whatever the basic rate is, which is extremely too high. And then they offer you all this other stuff like phone and what else? Phone services. What else? What is it? Oh, like what is it? Protection, home protection services. That kind of stuff. They'll offer you that. Spiker says, like, all you really need is your favorite channels and the news. Exactly, Spiker, exactly. Frank says, especially if you get the sports entertainment or the other channels. They'll call you, and then so next thing you know, and then after so long, they started putting that little fine print in there saying that if you broke the agreement before time, they want to charge you so much for breaking the agreement. I'm like, Xfinity, what is it? Comcast in some places, Charter in some places, Charter, Comcast, Xfinity. To me, they're all the same. They just do too much. They really do monopolize areas. And the government just lets them. The government always puts their hand in it when it comes to these phone companies. They always want to make sure that they're not monopolizing areas. But when it comes to Comcast, Xfinity, I'm not for monopolization. I'm not for that at all, because that's why they're too high right now. That's the main reason they're too high right now. Uverse is expensive. Yes, Uverse. Yeah, that's why I was talking about Uverse. Is some people have Uverse, and they started at first. Uverse was okay from what I heard, but then they got to be expensive too, like overly expensive. I know they're going to make their money, but when you only watching 10 cable channels, and you're maybe a sports person or a news person, there's no need to be paying. I don't care what they have, and they can have phone. They can have home protection services. I don't care. Excuse me, y'all. That's too much money. That's just too much. Uverse is expensive. Lucinda says, I don't look at the price of cable bill. Was Lucinda, look at you, because a lot of people do. They have to look at, they can't just get stuff and be paying for it. That's a whole nother bill. Comcast, they really do trip. They trip, because that's another whole bill for something else. The amount you pay for those 10 to 12 channels that you might watch, that's another whole bill for something else. Feed somebody. Shoot, some of these people that pay some of this stuff, they don't even want to get somebody a free meal. I'm like, I can't do it, Comcast. You got way more money than me. Because even if they were to lower their prices and become more reasonable, they would still be billionaires. That's just like name brand clothing. It's only a certain name brand clothing I'm gonna focus on. I'm not really even focused on it, because clothes can be burned. They can shred. They tear up. Forget that. I don't care whose name is on it. And it says, I love sports, so I had no choice. Yeah, that's how it is, Annie. A lot of people, depending on what they love to watch, they have no choice and they have to pay those prices. And that's ridiculous. Spiker says Verizon sucks. $500 phone bill? A $500 phone bill, Spiky? Never again. I'll pay that. No. Annie says she has Verizon Fios. Is that? I never heard of that. Verizon Fios. Is it Fios? Is what I have. Frank says yes, Spiky. Annie, watch out for Verizon. Their prices can jump quick. All of them. The top three, the top 2 or 3 dogs, they always do what they want to do to people. You just have to make yourself, like I said, I want to get rid of cable, but it's not even what you call laziness. It's just you get so used to it and you say you're going to do it and you're doing something, you don't make the call, or you don't stop by the office and you don't do it. And so I've been saying that for a long time and I still have it, but I really detest it. I'll keep the internet, but I detest the cable. They was charging me for stupid stuff. Right. They do. And you get your bill and okay, certain regulations, certain regulatory charges are fine. Certain governmental charges, okay. But then sometimes it's kind of like when you go to college. When you go to college and you pay your tuition, and they, excuse me, y'all, and they tell me that your tuition say is going to be $2,000 for 2 classes. They tell you this when you go online and you look. Well, you go to school, you go when you actually enroll, and you get your bill, or you start to get more information, and you realize that $2,000 for your 6, 7, 8 hours, however many hours you get, becomes almost $3,000 because they've added an instructor's fee, they've added a technical fee, they've added a building fee, they've added, hell, a lawn service fee. I mean, come on now, technical fee, building fee. If you had a building fee, the lawn service fee ought to be included in the building fee. They add all this other stuff, and it's ridiculous. That's how cable is. It's just ridiculous. You go to college, you get told this over the phone, or you go online and see a set price, then they come with the technical fee, the lab fee, which I can understand the lab fee, the instructor's fee, and then there's the building fee. And I'm like, okay, why can't you just put this all in one package? But see, then I don't like it when I don't want the packages, because when they do the packages, they also get over on you a lot of times. So I'm not a big fan of packages, because I've had packages for a lot of things, and I've gone through those packages and were able to pick out, and drop my bill probably about 50%. Listening to them talking about those packages. Spiker said, OVT, I had that happen many times. Yeah, that's how they do you in school. You have to learn. Yep. If you work from home, write your cable off on you. Yeah, I mean, it's good service, but there are other people that have good service too. Xfinity is ridiculous. I don't get ass no leeway. They're ridiculous. Period. Uverse is too, from what I heard. They ridiculous. And this isn't the first time I heard about Verizon being a hot mess either. It's those top 3. Like I said, it's just like name brand clothes. Miss me with that. I don't. It don't always have to be quality just because it's got a big name on it. Frank says, me too, until I canceled it. Yep. And it was like, I started off paying $140 in 2007, and now at $235 in 2022. Wow. It's almost $100 more over the past, 15 years? Yeah, Spiky, that's how colleges do you. They'll have a technical fee, building fee, instructor's fee. They'll throw in 1 or 2 other ones saying something crazy. And I'm looking like, okay, could that not have been included in the technical fee? Could this have not been included in the building fee? The colleges are something else. Yeah, one way or the other. My way is the other. Because if I can get two things done for the price of one, that's what I'm gonna do. They ain't shanking me. And it might hit 300 next year. It might. And that's ridiculous. That's why I say not for no 10 channels or just for sports. Like I love sports. But if it got to the point where it was just like whenever I do figure out, I'm like, oh, y'all can have that. Because I know people in the military, I know people and they get certain stuff and it's free. They get certain links and stuff, it's free. They share it out and they know they share it out. Why would I pay $250 for something that I could really truly pay 100 for and keep that other 150 for another essential bill? Essential. Because to me, cable isn't essential. Now, internet is, but cable isn't. And it says, I will never go past 250. I will have to rethink my options. Right, right. Because there are options, Annie. There are other options. Frank says Verizon can talk you into a lot of packages. Yeah, I've heard that. Spikey said, thank God for financial aid. Yes, Spikey, yes, I know. Thank God for financial aid. And sometimes people won't go to school because of those prices. They feel like they can't afford it. But thank God for financial aid and and hopefully their financial aid doesn't now because sometimes people go to school a long, long, long time. They only gonna let you get so much financial aid in a 2-year institution before you have to transfer to a 4-year institution. And then once you're in a 4-year institution, you're only going to get at least Pell Grant. You're only going to be able to get that for so long. But the other aid, if it's a loan, to me, that's not aid. To me, that's just what it says, a loan. Frank says true. Spike says right. Yeah, if it's once you start talking about something you got to pay back, that's a loan. Some people, they say they see loans as financial aid. I don't. I mean, yeah, they aid you, but they hurt you in the long run because all that interest and all that debt, unless you're very limited in the amount of loan that you get. And it says, I try to tell my kids cable was not an essential bill. Right. They're like, Mom, please stop. It's hard when you got kids too, man. These kids don't be understanding. Because all they really need, and sometimes kids, I don't know. And do your kids watch a lot of cable? And because some kids, as long as you got internet, they pretty straight. As long as you got internet and get maybe a streaming service or two, they're usually pretty straight. But now there are some things on there that kids, especially younger kids, they gotta have their cable. They feel like it's essential. Spike, they have lots of grant programs. And there's there's so many scholarships that you can apply for too, Spiky. So once you reach that maximum Pell Grant, but if you've reached the maximum Pell Grant, you should at least have a 2-year degree, a certificate somewhere along the way, and a bachelor's degree. Now, if you want to go to the master's program and doctoral degree and all that, you're gonna have to loan it up, or find you some really good scholarships. Lucinda says children never understand until they have to pay. Right, right. And it says her kids are spoiled. With Spiky saying, yeah, listen, I know. Trust me. Spiky says the college I went to, my mom and dad worked there. Yeah. So did you get a scholarship for that, Spiky? Didn't you say you got a scholarship for that? Yes, Lucinda, they don't understand until they have to pay the bill. And I've seen some spoiled kids, once they have to pay the bill, it's like they look at mom and dad like, what? But some of them are hard workers. So even though they're spoiled, they know that it takes money, and they feel like, okay, some things I'm going to have to get on my own. They're spoiled, but some of them are smart, smart enough to know Some things, see, that's why we were talking, a friend of mine, we were talking about that the other day. Why are some of these parents in their 40s and 50s right now, why are they so afraid or so reluctant to say no? Why can't they teach the word no? Why don't they say the word no to their children? Like, even if you can afford it, even if you can get it, make sure that they learn the word no, because there are going to be things that parents can't get them. There are going to be times at work when they're going to have to learn to accept the word no. There's going to be times amongst peers and friends and other relationships that they're going to have to know how to accept the word no and how to say the word no. Because some people are not only just people are not just spoiled, but some people are spoilers. They spoil other people, and it's hard for them to say no. We have to teach them to say no. We have to teach them to say no, and we have to teach them to accept no, even if it's affordable, even if you can afford it. Spiky says I got half off. That's good, Spiky. But it was a private 4-year school. Okay. Yeah, private schools are expensive. So if you got half off, it was probably still a good bit of that tuition probably was still expensive. But hey, if it was comparable to a public college, then that's a good thing because you're going back to school, Spiky, right? Frank says that's good, Annie. Lucinda dropped the link for Spiky. Frank says because some of them are scared of their kids. Yeah, some of them are, Frank. Lucinda says my children are spoiled, but they grew up to be responsible young adults. Yeah, yep. A lot of spoiled kids. Sometimes, well, back in the day, you were here spoiled, and it's just kind of it was just what it is. It was what it was, just spoiled. But a lot of kids now who are spoiled, they've still been taught the value of $1, and they've still been taught, that you can't always have what you want. You have people around here trying their hardest to get what they need. So don't always expect to just have things just because you want them or to be spoiled in that way. And like I said, don't always be a spoiler either. Don't go around spoiling everybody. Learn to say no, or learn to say not this time, maybe next time. Heck, they barely come to me for anything. Shoot, I thank God for my children. Yeah, all spoiled children don't always depend on parents. They can be spoiled, but at the same time responsible. Annie says my oldest is 26, graduated from Penn State, and they went to John Jay for her master's. And then went to John Jay for her master's. She's a really good kid. That's good. That's great, Annie. Frank says, nice, Lucinda. Lucinda says, VT, all 3 of my children purchased their own cars, did not ask me for any help. That's good because a lot of and sometimes this is not, to me, this is just overly spoiled. See, like you spoil them, but they still know the value of $1. They know responsibility. They know how to get it for themselves. You have some people, they spoil them and they don't even give their kids time to say, I have literally heard some people say, Mom, Dad, let me, let me. So I understand the concept of wanting your kids to have everything that you didn't have, or all the things that you had and more, but let them understand that it takes hard work and it doesn't always just come easily. And that sometimes the word no is going to be said. You're going to have to accept it. Sometimes the words not this time, maybe next time, you're going to have to accept it. Frank G, my son is 24, works 6 days a week, is a supervisor and doing great. All thanks to the Most High. Spiky says, I'm spoiled, but I don't ask them for nothing still. It's me helping them. Laugh out loud. Frank says that's a good thing. Yeah. Because, it used to be back in the day, you hear spoiled, and that was just it, just spoiled. They just want. Gimme. But, and a lot of that goes on today. But sometimes it's the parents. It's on the parents. Some kids want to be spoiled, and they just think they're supposed to have everything. But some parents literally spoil them. And so, like I said, if you're going to spoil them, but at the same time teach them to be independent, self-sufficient, that's different. Because who doesn't want to spoil their kids? I know I spoiled mine as much as I could. We all want to spoil them. We all want them to have the things that we didn't have and we wanted to have, or the things that they want to have. But we've got to let them know. 'Cause like I said, it may not be mom or dad that they're asking for whatever they're asking for. It may be the supervisor at work. It may be the teacher. It may be the college professor. It may be y'all. Sometimes the weirdest, not the weirdest, but the funniest thing is when you get somebody who does really great in school. Their parents are so proud, and then they go to college, and then that first professor, they've gotten straight A's and B's in school, probably straight A's, and that first college professor gives them a C minus or a D. Ooh, you're talking about some hot parents. Not even, not even the child. The 18-year-old got is like, Mom, I'm in college now. And the mom and the dad, they out there trying to call the professor, and the professor sitting there with his legs crossed, like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I gave what I gave. They got what they got. So sometimes spoiling your kids, you do yourself a disservice. Because I've seen college kids, they, they go to school and they get their first D, and they're like, my child never got so and so and so and so in high school. And they're like, ma'am, your child is in college now. And they're probably being taught by an instructor that flew in last night. And it says, Facts VT, Spiky says, Annie, I do that to my mom. I can't cook. Cindy says, hey, I was born rotten, but I knew the value of work, morals, values, and hard work. Yep. Yes, yes. And that's a great thing. That's how it should be. And it said, oh, that's me. I went to my daughter's school when she got a B. It was when she was in college, Annie? Frank G says, I was spoiled too, but I knew how to survive in this world. Right, Frank, right. Oh, okay, it's high school. I didn't see that, but that's high school. Right, that's high school. Some Lucinda says that's why you never put that kind of pressure on a child. Let them work at their own pace and keep them encouraged. Hmm. Yeah, but sometimes kids, if some of these kids nowadays are sharp as a tack, and it's like it hurts them if they go to college and they get their first B or C and they've never gotten one before. You got a house, you got a house with it's like this. It's funny because sometimes the parents are okay with it. They're like, okay, you're gonna do better. You're in college now. Sometimes the kid is okay with it. Okay, I'm in college now, mom, dad. I'm gonna do better. I got it. I got it. And sometimes neither are okay with it. They're running around like, what the heck? What the hell? What kind of professor is this? And I know it's not like she's a junior or senior. She's just a freshman and she just got out of high school. Y'all just don't know how many people I've seen go through that. She just got out of high school. This work can't be that much harder. Spikey says, I still work when I was at home. If I allowed, the rules was don't come here with a baby, go to college and don't bother us. Yep, Spikey, that was the rule. That was the rule for a lot of people. Don't bring no babies here. Don't bring no babies here. You go to work, you go to school, you go to work, or you do both. But hey, sometimes the babies came on anyway, because what can you do? Once they're there, they're there. And those same parents just took them with open arms, helped them the same. And then it went from don't bring any babies here. You got to go to school. You got to work to bring me that baby. I keep them. As long as you're going to school and going to work, as long as you're doing something productive, I keep them. And then it's almost like you can't get your baby away from them. Your grandparents take your baby. The grandparents, rather not your grandparents, but their grandparents take them. They want to take them from you. But that's good though. Spiker says, "Oh snap! I went out to do that." Frank was like, "I was working when I was going to college. Also, it wasn't easy, but I did it." Yeah, it's not always easy, but if you're determined to do it and if you want your degree, you do it. If you want your degree and you know that it takes money, you don't always want to be such a burden on your parents. It's like your parents don't want you to go through so much because they know that they've been the backbone for so long. But I won't say all 18 and 19-year-olds or 20, 21-year-olds, they want to be more independent. They don't want to be as much of a burden on their parents. So when they need to, they go back for help, but they want to do their own thing too. They want to help out, but they quickly realize, like Lucinda was saying, they don't understand it till they get a bill. When they get that bill, they're like, oh, okay, this is what going to school, going to work, and getting a bill is like. Frank says, Andy, that's a good thing. Andy says, my daughter never worked while she was in college. That's good. That's good. My kids didn't either because they were the military. The dad is military, so military is a blessing. The military can be a blessing, even though I was like, it turned out to be blessings for our family. Spikey said, I did better in college though. Strange. I don't know if anyone else had the same. Spikey, I did better in college. A lot of people say that they do better in college than they did in high school. You would think not. I would think college time is time to party, party, party. But, we're a little bit more mature in college than we are in high school, even though we're partying. And even though we may be at a college campus, a lot of us matured a little bit when we got to college. And we knew how important it was. We knew the cost was no joke. So we knew how important it was to get our degree. And we also understand that even with the degree, how hard it is to make it out here. So we knew how important it was to get our degrees. We knew how important it was to not fail and have to pay again to take that class again. Frank says, I had got my degree from college. That's great, Frank. That's great. Yeah, once you get to college, you want to party and have fun, but you do understand and realize the importance of, going to school, taking your classes, passing, hopefully not having to retake them. Because it's enough in the fact that you may even change your majors. And sometimes that costs you a little bit more money too, because you have to take a few more classes than you intended to begin with. Frank says, when I got my degree, that was the best feeling ever. Yes, isn't it? Walking across that stage. I mean, high school is great. I think high school is really great for everybody because I feel like everybody should, try to get their high school degree. But getting that college degree, man, that's the best feeling ever. That's a great feeling. Knowing that you chose to do it another 4 years, because like in high school, you really don't have a choice, because you don't want to be a high school dropout. So you don't really have a choice. You go, you get your 4 years done. But with college, you have a choice. And you chose to go to college. You got that degree, and it's the best feeling ever. Spiky says, I got mature when I came to college. Laugh out loud. I had to get my own meals. Oh, really, Spiky? The laundry, you had to pay for it? So, Spiky, they did your laundry for you and you paid? Yeah, you have a lot more stuff and then you have to think about it, especially if you have sisters and brothers. Like the cost of college is a lot, and your parents. It seems, well, I believe it's cheaper for them to take care of you while you're in high school. A lot more cheaper than it is for them when you're in college, even if you get grants and stuff like that, because there's still going to always be something to come up. Now, high school can be expensive as well, especially if you're on a cheer squad, if you play a sport, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, gymnastics. It can be expensive too. So, Spiky, I forgot you did go to a private college. So they washed your clothes? I would have been like, I'll take my clothes home now. I'll take my clothes home to wash. But it was probably still ended up being just the same because the gas to go home and wash them, if you're paying them, you don't have to worry about going home and washing them yourself. Spike said, no, we had a house. And most times, since I don't eat, my mom would ask if I wanted food. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, ain't nothing like that student card when you go to the cafeteria or to any of the little eateries on campus and you swipe that card. Boy, you think you swiping a big bank card. I used to be so glad when that money used to hit when the semester started and that money hit your your food card. Woo, now that was a good feeling. That meal plan. Oh yes. And it says, Spiky, are you in a dorm or shared apartment? I think, yes, Spiky, were you in a dorm or a shared apartment? When that money hits on that card, okay. Spiky says that she was in a student apartment. Okay, a student apartment. So did y'all have like a house mother or who washed your clothes and took care of all that for you, Spiky? Or did y'all have to, I mean, well, I'm sure y'all had to take them to them, but I don't know. Private school, they may have had somebody come and pick them up from your door. Look, sit your clothes outside your door and they come pick them up. Spiky says past tense. Oh, yeah, Annie, Spiky went to college. But you are planning to go back, right, Spiky? Sometimes, even when you go back as a non-traditional student, you have to live in housing. Depends on how close it is to your actual home. Depending if it's, if you decide to go back to the same college or not, or just how close it is to home. Student housing is oftentimes, I think most times, available to people who aren't traditional college students, age-wise. And he says, oh, okay. Spiky says, no, it was legit. It was a laundry room, a game room. Okay, and a grocery store and a study room. That sounds good. That's great, Spiky. So you don't have to live on campus. So you didn't have to live on campus even in the private college? I guess I just figured that when you said it was private, that you had to live on campus. Y'all, look at this doggone troll. Troll, what is up with you? We've been in here almost 2 hours. Jeez. See, last night when I was starting to wrap up, a troll came in. I'm like, right when we're about to finish, you decide you want to come in, huh? Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Came on in, leaving that weird stuff. And it says, my daughter was also in a student apartment, but it came with a washer and dryer. Oh, that's good. She didn't have to leave home. Y'all see my stitch? Look, I'm trying to figure. Look at Stitch. Spiky says, nope. Some do, but now due to the sea, yeah, people went home. Yeah. Forgot about that. Yeah. It was off campus as well, Annie. Okay. Y'all see my niece. My niece drew that for me, y'all. She was like, that's the most I draw, Auntie. That's what I do. That's how I draw. Yes, y'all. I think the weather is better everywhere, y'all. Spiky, is the snow gone in Chicago? Snow cleared up? Annie, how's the weather where you are? Annie, are you? Oh, Spiky says, I'll show y'all one day. Yeah, Spiky, take us on, go vlogging and show us. Annie, how's your weather? Is Frank still in here? I don't know if he is or not, but how's the weather where you are, Frank? It's okay. It's okay. So did the snow, you think y'all gonna get any more snow, Spiky? Or you think it's gone for now until this fall? When does the snow usually start in Chicago? Like October, maybe? It's real nice here. Okay, Frank, are you in the north or are you in the south, Frank? I'm in the south and it's really pretty today. It's windy, but it's really pretty. It's like almost 70 degrees, actually. Oh, you're in New York, Annie? Okay, it's 51. So it's kind of warm. Isn't that warm for New York? Oh, 51 in New York sounds like a pretty day. Oh, nice and warm. Every time I've come to New York, it was while it was freezing. I, Chicago, I've been to Chicago while it's cold and while it's hot, but I haven't been in like what, phew, 3 or 4 years. So that's why I told Spikey when I come to Chicago to see my family, she's gonna have to take me, show me where she works so I can get some of that good food. She says they have good food at her job. Oh, you're in Baltimore, Frank? Okay. It's beautiful, Annie. That sounds like it. 51 in New York. That sounds beautiful. When do y'all usually get your first snow? Is it like October? Spiky says, "Come out here." Uh, I'm coming. I have to visit my cousins. They've been coming down here, but like you said, for Spiky, since the sea, I haven't been anywhere besides like work. Portillo's, laugh out loud, it's good. Yeah, I gotta come and get some of that Portillo's. It's 61. Okay, so it's 61 in Baltimore. It's 51 in Maryland and Georgia. It's when I came on here, it was like 64. Spiky says, I'll share a video on here so you can see. Yeah, Spiky, share the video so we can see. Hey, Rock. Welcome back, Rock. Rock, we still on here just shooting the breeze. Rock says, what's going on, everyone? On here just chilling, talking about this weather, how pretty it is. It's 64 down here in Georgia. Frank says it's 61 in Maryland. Annie says it's 51 in New York. And 51 in New York, that's beautiful. Frank says, hey, Rock. Frank, did you see my flower, that plant that I showed you? Did you tell me what it was? Is that a water lily? Do you remember when I showed you that plant? I think it's a water lily. I think. I'm not sure. I think it is. Rock says it's hot here, but cold front coming this weekend. Really? This year has been so up and down, so warm, cold, hot, not. We had lots of snow in January. Okay. So when does the snow usually end in New York? Like, is it like, well, not April because it snows in the south in April sometimes. Like maybe late April, May. Rock says, "Hey Frank." See, in the south, it's so we barely get it. So it's so once we got it like in April and we were surprised. I think we got it April a couple of years ago. But unlike New York and Chicago and places like that, it rarely sticks. It sticks sometimes. but not like when I'm home, like in Boston. Just it doesn't stick like that. We have blizzards. Frank says, yeah, that's why I said I think so. BT. Oh, okay, okay. Annie says, I have a team meeting now. Okay, Annie, I hope everyone enjoyed the rest of the day. Thank you for coming in, Annie. Thank you for joining the live and being a part of the chat. Have a great rest of your day. It's almost time for you to get off. Thanks for coming by. See you later, Annie. I'm about to get off here too, y'all. Rock says, if we get snow, the city shuts down. Right, Rock. It would be a game of bumper cars. Everybody trying to get home. Yep, I think if it snows in Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida, which I really never hear of it snowing in Florida at all. I may be wrong, but I never hear of it. If it snows in Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, the city's shut down. Everybody's running to get their snacks, their bread and milk. Frank says, hope you have a wonderful weekend, Annie. Rock says, have a great day, Annie. Yep, I think Annie said she had like 2 more hours at work, and that was almost an hour ago. So she's probably about to head home. What time is it? It's 3:20. I'm gonna let this. I gotta run to the bank. I wish the bank was handing out money, y'all. That should be the purpose of the bank, to hand out money. But I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Rock. Thank you, Annie, Spiky, Lucinda, everybody that came through the live. Thank y'all for participating in the chat. Thank you, Captain Spiky. Y'all know I got to get Captain Spiky. Who was it? Of course, we had I don't even know how to pronounce the name, but y'all know we had a troll that came through towards the end of the live. Y'all, they always decide to make their appearance toward the end of the live. Rock says, everyone have a great day. Yes, y'all, everybody have a great day. If you're going to watch the Super Bowl, enjoy the Super Bowl. Get you some good food. Watch commercials. Have fun. I hope your team wins, whoever your team is. If your team isn't playing, you don't have a dog in the fight, then hey, just have a good time. Have a good time watching. That's what most people do anyway. Now, see y'all somewhere in these YouTube streets. All right. Bye, y'all.